Hi, Anti-Society! Welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we're checking out episode 8 of Summertime Rendering, and we had so many things happening in the last episode, with Shinpei being a successful fanboy, finally meeting up with Hizuru, and her being forced to be reckoned with when she's going up against the shadows. I mean, it is spectacular and also terrifying. Shinpei successfully convincing them about the time loop that he is in, and them deciding how they're going to utilize that to their own benefit. It does mean that he doesn't go as far back as he did the previous time, so there is a time limit because we know when everything goes topsy-turvy, which is an end point, so the closer and closer he gets to that event, the less he's able to change beforehand to avert those events. So he does have to be careful about how he loops again. And then more importantly, we had a little bit of a moment, a little bit of a hiccup at the very end of the episode where Shinpei was just back in his house where he'd grown up, and the shadow, Ushio, just showed up in the kitchen, which might be difficult to explain. It's like, remember your dead daughter, your dead sister? Here she is, but not really. Like, I feel like there's gonna be some hijinks ensuing as he tries to figure out how to get out of that one. So let's get into episode 8 and see what mysteries are here. See if we go more of the thriller route or the comedic route. It seems to be a bit of a toss-up. Sometimes the tone shifts in this show really weirdly, but let's get into this episode. In 3, 2, 1, go. I made curry the other day. It was so good. I hurt myself cooking, but it was really good, so it was worth it. He has seen it goes, actually. Boy, is it. Yep. Uh, are we covering it up? Are we like nothing? But we had some kind of time loop connection with Ushio? Awkward. I love the like checklist. Oh good, more people we're hiding her from. See, I hurt myself eating cooking the other day, so eating is also my expertise. I love the checklist. Totally casual. Nothing weird about that at all. I mean, we did have out of all of the hijinks of how do we hide her long enough to get out of this kitchen, we did have the connection with, apparently Ushio has like seen the festival. It seems like it's not just her saying, oh, this is gonna happen because that's like the Shadow's plan. It's her saying like it's like she was actually there, like she witnessed it. And I was saying before about how it seemed like Shinpei got the different colored eye, the like lighter blue eye, which matches Ushio's. It was like he got it from her in the first episode because she said she had something for him. I have gone back and rewatched episodes because I'm like invested. But she said something about like giving it to him, giving some kind of gift to him, and then he had the two different eyes, which we as the audience didn't know until he looked in the mirror and was like, "What?" So it's almost like there is that connection of the time travel or the time loop being having something to do with Ushio herself. Whether or not that's her in human form or the shadow, it's very confusing. It's true. She is pretty adorable though. I doubt that. Okay, so wasn't that before? Like it is she was there and now she's looping again. True. She does seem different in a lot of ways. Oh my gosh, she has short hair. The transition of time. Oh, the maybe next time hurts. And then he did get to make curry for her. Is it though? I don't know what to make of Ushio. And also, like, what's gonna happen if the others see him? Like, if Hisada shows up and sees the shadow, what is she gonna think? Speaking of, Oh dear. I was waiting for that to happen. I was like, this seems like an opportunity for fan service. Thank goodness we got it. Can't you just copy a different outfit? Um, books upside down. I'm like, I was gonna say, isn't it a tradition in like Japanese cultures to like leave food for people who have passed away? Different outfit. This is the shadow. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, I was like, he's not wearing the white shirt, so it's probably Ushio. Ooh, it was cool that it became like the shadow though, to like recover from being pushed over. Ooh, is no one gonna hear the screaming? Just saying. I don't think she is. Ooh, that like difference in the focus. Ooh, the way that he moved out of the way because he was in front of the window. We love teamwork. Honestly, the fight choreography in this is pretty cool. Oh, they're definitely gonna play with his head. He's gonna need some major therapy after this, I'm just saying. This is what I was saying. I'm like, what is her reaction gonna be? Good stopping yourself though. I mean, yeah, like he'll just loop, so it's not much of a threat. Won't she loop too? Ah, so that's how we ended up here. Ooh, that's what I was thinking before about her phone, right? Because she left it for Shinpei, and I wondered if she knew more about what was going on. Oh, I really do feel like her phone is important then. Like she was the one who was looping before, and she left her phone on purpose. Maybe she ran out of time? Like the loop got too close to the end date that she couldn't stop it? Mm, it's true. Like, what is making her be more of, like, think that she's Ushio as opposed to one of the shadows? What changed in her? Taking that very well of, like, finding it that somebody killed you. She's like, they could be changed. Oof. 23rd. She is pretty adorable, though. Oh, right. Because before Shinpei was with her when she was crying and upset, but he wasn't this time. Now he has the phone. Maybe he can unlock the phone now though because he has Ushio to just be like, "What's the password?" It's the fact that she showed up with the glasses and the hat. Oh. Oh. I mean, he offered. I was like, why are we at the beach instead? Because that's where she ended up dying. Oh, that's convenient. Good thing it was for her left hand and not her right one, because that'd be awkward. We're ending there? Oh, that's unfair. It is so unfair of them to end with them unlocking the phone and then the video about to play. How dare they? I know that like it's supposed to be that way so that I want to watch the next episode, but come on. I feel like there's a lot more like humor in this one, especially since it was trying to feel out whether or not this Ushio was like actually someone that Shinpei could trust. And I don't know how to feel because she is a shadow and I'm like something must have happened to make Ushio's shadow different from the others. And I think it's because maybe Ushio was different herself because she sent the message to Hizaru, which is how we found out that she got there, sends the message to Hizaru about the festival coming long before. So does she know about it and she looped and sent that voice message? Is her loop different from Shinpei's because hers, I'm assuming, began sooner because of like Shinpei was limited by when he ended up at the island and when he's like his eye changed and he actually got this looping ability as opposed to Ushio, which I don't know when she got this ability or what happened, but I'm assuming it was a lot sooner in the loop before she ended up getting to the festival. And maybe the reason that she ended up dying is she caught up to the end of her loop and couldn't start again. Maybe? I don't know, but I feel like maybe that in some way affected the shadow when it copied her. And now there's an issue. Like, if the shadow seems to have that ability to loop in some way, because I don't know how much the other shadows know that the loop is happening. So, like, maybe the shadow looped and then forgot about all of the other memories, right? Like, it wasn't the shadow anymore because it was looping as Ushio. My brain hurts a little bit, which is pretty normal for this series. But I feel like those are the most important things, is that we know that the reason that Hizuru is on the island is because Ushio sent a message, and she sent a message because she seemed to know about what was going to happen at the festival and all the things going off the shadow. And now we have the phone, which before I was like, I feel like she knew something and left the phone for Shinpei because she knew that he would end up getting it and it was important that there was something on it, right? Because we even saw Hizuru recording things all the time. So I feel like that is something that maybe Ushio was doing as well. I don't know. Especially if she caught up in the loop and she was on the island for the festival, Ushio was, then she would have met with Hizuru, if she like invited her and then she ended up on the island, then maybe she learned some things about shadows from her. Oh, again, headache. I'll probably find out. We're only partway through the series, so I'm sure there'll be far more things happening, but it's definitely more chaotic now that we have Ushio, Shadow, as part of the gang. So yeah, I feel like this is more of a comedic thing, more of a how does Shinpei deal with the fact that there is this shadow that is here. We got a little bit of a flashback of what it was like before he left, and I get him wanting to be his own person, right? Because he's adopted into this family. Everyone kind of sees him as an outsider because of that, and he had to rely on this family to take him in because he didn't have his anymore. So I get him wanting to be his own person, prove himself as something separate from what this family has given him. So I liked getting to see a little bit of a flashback and some of the things that were going on before he showed up back at the island. My head hurts, but there was also some cool things being added into the story, as well as just tons of weird comedic beats, which I don't know, it just feels weird for the show. It's so over the top and I don't know what to do with it. I kind of get it because of the studio that was like in charge of the show, that I kind of get why we have this over the top ridiculous humor. It just feels weird tonally to me, so I don't know, but maybe that's just me. You can click this playlist to go and see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so that's next time I post a summertime rendering reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!